I can pet her.
Lose yourself. Casey left the lizard suit.
Once you have these weird scenarios in your head,
hell
you
yeah.
are not going to have the same intimacy with your partner because this is what you've programmed your brain to believe.
Oh, I have to look around again.
And obviously, before anybody can go, oh, intimacy isn't, just sex. Yeah, no shit.
So, research has shown that pornography use is correlated with a physical change in the brain. The visual stimulus of pornography hijacks the brain's reward system and overwhelms it with unnatural, prolonged dopamine levels.
This is how he's so
The result is the brain
strong.
physically deteriorating in shape, size, and chemical balance.
Didn't know hunting could be so
that went way further than I thought it did. It actually changes the shape of the brain. Like, is that from the pleasure centers of the brain?
Yeah, so from my understanding...
Does it not say?
It's a whole ass.
Okay, you don't have to read all that.
So from my understanding, because it is giving prolonged dopamine level releases...
No serum.
It could be killing.
These drugs are for late-stage chemotherapy. Are these cravens too?
Wow. I had the word.
Have you been watching too much porn, babe?
No, I'm toasty like a marshmallow right now.
That's good.
You could throw some chocolate and graham cracker on me and call me a s'more. Like,
a graham cracker.
Leave me alone.
St. Sophia's
I love it. No way.
No.
I'm leaving that.
Part of me hates it, but part of me is just having fun, and I'm glad to be here. Before we move on, this just triggered a random thought in my mind. So this was a couple of years ago, and I had an older oven. And I smoked, and we were making pizza rolls, and there was a little knob.
I always figured it out.
And I had a turn,
Oh,
and it literally
no.
said bake on it, and I was like, me too.
No, I did not get him out at all.
Okay, see. Let's see what you can do.
Symbiote surge. Oh my god.
Harry did not tell me it felt like this.
This is the symbiote just blowing up. Those two massively boost the power of your attacks while active. Okay.
This thing knows exactly how I like to fight.
There was a knob that turned, and I had to turn it, and it literally said bake on it, and I was like, me too.
One-man army now. Get used to this.
So this email actually said the subject matter frustrated.
Sorry, but this party's getting shut down.
I'm gonna preface this with the first time I read this email. One where you can't talk like that. So I'm going to read this and try to maintain myself in the event that I start. Let me know that. Okay?
How you like me now?
I'm going to be reading. So, I just recently came across your content, and I really loved it and what it's all about. Why I decided to write it, because I believe that you can make it such a place for people to experience what I have said. And who have a chance.
That dog just constantly exploding.
Yeah, right, this
It hurts in here, it hurts in here, it hurts in here, it hurts in here.
So my boyfriend and I both 25. We've been in a relationship for 2 years and 7 months. We thought getting married for a while. He is the type of man that actually wants one. He's actually sure he wants. Here are the things I need to do. Here's some of the things I can't do.
That was for shit.
He doesn't follow me.
Gotta get to the chapel quick.
He pays for stuff when it's convenient for him. He is not a gentleman. He watches porn. He is not driven or disciplined. He doesn't like to plan stuff. He just wants you to know what's important. going to protect a whole family. He is kind of lazy, except for the work, which that is really he lies constantly to avoid conflict. That's the second paragraph. Yeah. There's a lot. There's a whole lot there. And before we go on, if I was to just read that paragraph and take out the part where we're getting married and start it with
no Kraven yet.
He doesn't seem like he's the type of man that actually wants one, and then read all of that, I would think that she was ending her marriage or a relationship, that she was moving on because of all of the negative attributes.
Weird. It's like it knows me. Don't worry, buddy. I'll take care of everything.
Still,
promise.
And I know that you hear that have a lot of failures that need to happen in life to grow from. And you have a lot of life to experience before you really make decisions like that. But his actions do not show what he wants. Here are some of the things that can't seem to link with wanting a traditional marriage. He's very inconsistent.
Too quiet.
How is he inconsistent? You say that he doesn't follow through with what he says he's going to do. But I want to break this down. A man is always good at his word. If I say, I will be there Friday at 6 o'clock, I will be in the parking lot at 6:45.
Okay, webs are back.
And that's it.
It's you! I knew that was our meet cute back there, I knew it!
Because I want to be where I say I want to be.
I'd love to get to know you better, but I got some business to take care of.
Okay.
See, your boss has been up to no good lately. This is my city, not his jungle.
And a huge red flag.
He killed Scorpion. Let the lizard loose. And he stabbed me pretty good. I'd like a worm whip, especially about that last part.
Damn. I'm trying to.
More these guys?
Probably.
What's the matter?
He is not out.
All you got?
I feel like covered up.
I think that makes sense expectable because people so by first saying last one out.
Just caught his ass midair.
So when I read that, I'm like, you're not obviously there are people on the show that are, oh, he's a traditional man, he's a sleeve, he's a man anyways, because, we hear that dumb shit all the time.
And fuck you, Lantern.
That's that already. I'm not going to get back into that. I will just say that that's cheating, and you should accept that. Yeah. He is not driven or disciplined.
I didn't throw that. There we go.
How is he not driven or disciplined? Does he not wake up on time? Does he hit his snooze button 50 times in the morning? Does he not brush his teeth?
Honey.
Every day those are basic signs of discipline.
Hits the snooze button 50 times in the morning.
Is not
Has 30 fucking alarms for one thing.
lacking discipline and not driven. My idea of driven is to an extreme. We've had this discussion a couple times in the past. I take that shit way further than other people, to the point where I will go days without sleep sometimes.
Oh, the bell.
So I need to know how he's not driven and not disciplined. He doesn't like to plan stuff. He just goes. So in that aspect, I agree. I don't want to plan shit either, unless it's a vacation or us going somewhere. I'd rather just hop in the car and go explore. I don't need that. I have enough decision making in my life. The last thing that I want to worry about is
When she said go with the flow, it could be applied to like really care about finances. Okay. I can see that. Somebody overspent on them. Right now, it requires the structure that set up this night. Oh, well, we're gonna get paid next Friday anyway. Let's just go with it.
Okay. Well, that would indicate the lack of ability to lead. Okay, so that also falls into you're not a man, right? As far as I know, whatever my he can't even stand up for himself. This is where things are going to start to get scary. I believe, and I'm going to get preachy, that a man's first duty to his family is to keep him safe. Above all else, you are to protect him. The next duty a man has is to provide. That's my big thing. May not believe it. People watching may not believe it. I don't know.
Jeez.
We'll finish this later.
Oh, broke a window.
Well, he's venoming now. Huh. Oh, it's got a thing on it too.
And providing this host people finances, emotional support.
Harry,
So many other things
MJ,
besides
I got the serum.
transactions.
On my way back to Emily May.
How'd it go?
Really well. Things just got a little intense with Craven.
Oh fuck, no, I already
Somehow
got there.
stronger than he looks. If you can believe that.
Hey, the important thing is that you're okay, and you got the serum. You did great, buddy. I'll start prepping the gear.
Will you elaborate on any of that so that I can take a drink?
It was totally...
Where are we at,
I
though?
don't want to worry, Harry.
The walking
It
behind the
seems like a
staircase, if we go
suit
up, walking from
It was over to the left.
when
You
it's
got
within
to it?
range of certain
No.
frequencies.
making sure that I am
Go back,
on
yeah.
whichever
shit.
side while
Not
we're
pleasant.
walking on the road.
But I can handle it.
That way, if I'm
Well, I'm
needed,
glad you're all right, but watch yourself out there, too.
opening the car door, especially at night,
Let me know how things go at the lab.
opening the door for me in the building,
Absolutely. Talk
making
soon.
sure there's no threat on the inside. When we're leaving, walking out first, make sure there's no threat on the outside. Waiting outside of the bathroom for me, if we're in a public area. Sleeping towards the door. Yeah.
Can you? This list could go on and on.
Oh, yeah.
Can you just give the Buc-ee's experience?
The Buc-ee's experience.
Yeah.
Hey, Yuri.
It's massive. I've
I
never been in a
checked out
Buc-ee's
the old
before. The
hospital
first
about
time
the flames that you beat.
On Thanksgiving Day.
Guardian.
Yes,
But
it
nothing
was.
we can't
I've
handle.
never been into that.
You ready?
I still think it's a trap.
Stepped in there.
We need a plan before we go in.
Nyla!
What did she do?
She took the wrapper that had the fucking fork in it.
See you soon.
Damn it, Nyla.
So now this bitch goes in the fucking kitchen. She gonna be shitting out plastic again.
Crowded situation. I get confused. I start to panic. There's too many people. I start thinking of like.
Oh my god, that Frosty.
What?
I love Frosty.
We
That
went
was so
to
good.
use the restroom and then grab some snacks.
And a car charger.
It was like walking through a Walmart to get to that restroom. And at one point, I don't remember if I put my hand on your shoulder or if you just took my hand and put it into your belt. At some point,
Somebody bumped into me. And I turned around and grabbed your hand to make sure that you were there.
Right.
And I stuck your hand in my belt. Not in my belt loop, but behind my leather belt.
right,
And before anybody goes, oh, you let her around the store like a dog? No, I made sure that she was safe. I made sure that if somebody grabbed her, that I would feel that tug and I could lay down the law if I needed to.
right.
Yup.
Like, in that moment, before you did that, like with my anxiety, it's like TV static in my mind. It's that same sound, too. Like, I can still hear the outside world, but there's that static sound over everything, so I can't focus on anything. The lights are too bright, too many people, I can feel people's body heat as they're passing me. You grabbed my hand and put it into your belt, and instantly everything went down like 3 notches. And I felt like I could breathe. That subconscious feeling of knowing that you thought to put my hand back there to keep me safe, knowing that I'm still behind you, made me feel safer. And my body just regulated.
So subconsciously,
I think I'm good now.
Because I knew that if somebody's
I think I
bumping
got
into me, that they could be doing it to you.
Right.
And the moment that they bumped my shoulder, they immediately apologized. Oh, sorry, man, you know, whatever. But I knew that if that could happen to me, it could certainly happen to you. Because
I think it was danger.
So people are normally paying attention to me. I don't have to worry about where I'm walking as much because
This
people
has
will
to be
go, God, look
warmed
at that
up.
dude, and they'll get out of my way. They don't do that to women. So when I do bump my shoulder, my knee-jerk reaction was to grab her hand, and I would have normally pulled you to my side and held your hand. There was nowhere to walk in there.
There wasn't.
So my only option was to have you put your hand next to my firearm so that we could walk through the place. And granted, I don't ever actually dropped my weapon, but you could have in the event that you needed to. You know what I mean?
Which, honestly, that is the most guy fucking thing.
What?
To... If you needed to draw my firearm, you easily could have. And, like, to put your woman to the side like that, to make sure that, like, there is no way in hell anything wrong is going to happen to you. Like, that is a big, like, man fucking thing to do.
I have a question.
Yeah.
What, like, initially interested you in being, like, more of, like, a manly man?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like, I feel like people have a choice in what kind of man they want to be.
I guess a mix of it is I didn't want to be, like, certain parents, I suppose.
Yeah.
So I kind of idolized over certain people who just so happened to be, like, different in their manhood kind of a deal.
Yeah.
I did not realize there was this many more of you. Jesus Christ. I can't take him down because he's right there. So I gotta hit that barrel behind.
You will regret these games. Wait, perhaps I can jack him.
So I can get him here.
They're floating.
No, they're not.
Or are
They're
those the people
first
that you
takedown.
hung up?
Yup, it's my takedown.
Okay, because I was gonna say, why are they floating?
Yup, because he hangs them right here.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, and they stay there. Like, they're still struggling. That's so cool. The one dude's just giving up. Or dead. I don't know yet.
I mean, I think he covers their mouths.
Probably. That's a very Spider-Man-y thing to do, you know?
Yeah, so they don't yell out.
Yeah, so they don't breathe.
Can I find They fit a surprising amount of tech in this little guy.
Let's find me some boys. 1, 2,
That's where the little birds go to recharge. Bet I could overcharge them right out of existence. But I see you've been to another blind too. That last blind may have the base location.
So I added a tiny rope to the thing, to the handle.
that sounds kinky, but carry on.
I added a rope to the handle, and like I was able to do it. It was kind of hard, but like it's doable.
That sounds even kinkier, but carry on.
Something as kinky as nothing.
Okay, friends, my feeds are blowing up about the commotion out in Jersey. A fire at the old zoo?
Snowed up here? Got this whole ceiling area myself.
Pigeon parents have been found on this rooftop.
We'll hunt him down. You think the same spider picked the other blind will come here?
If they were smart, they'd attack us at the same time.
Maybe they're toying with us. They enjoy a challenge.
If it's the older one who comes in, I ambush. If it's the younger one, it's on you.
Works for me.
I've got to speak. Wait,
so fucking close.
I'll follow you.
I'm not telling you to go home. You can't stay here.
There's something going on tomorrow.
No, but I would like to do a couple things.
Yeah, because like I have this feeling like something is happening, but like I don't think there is. Today was the only day we had something going on.
Yeah.
We like don't have any plans. We never have any plans.
You know, let's be real here. We never have any plans.
Reinforcements.
I need to get deodorant and everything.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to go to Walmart tomorrow. So.
Yeah, that'll be good.
I just yeeted that man off this roof.
Discord?
Probably.
Whole scenario for me, like.
Now to get the final scoop on the
I
basics.
didn't do it like, okay, I do what you can. My thought process
Speaking of
was, if somebody
scooping,
grabbed my woman, it might take me a second to realize they grabbed her. So for me, it was a I need to protect my family kind of thing. So that the whole point of me bringing that up is the subconscious safety. When you know subconsciously that your man is going to keep you safe, you don't have to think about it anymore. I've done enough that you know that your safety is a priority. If you are in a relationship with a man
have torn down that old army supply base.
capable of keeping you safe, there is nothing that's going to happen. And I don't even know how to have that conversation, because in the event that you ever came to me and told me that you didn't feel safe with me, I would have a full meltdown, because that is one of the things that I pride myself on. So yeah,
I find that interesting. Like, I think some men don't have that initial, like, protection thing in their mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, to protect their girlfriend.
Yeah, which is fucking sad that it is.
Because I remember,
Sad that
like,
don't.
when I moved in with Jamie and his sister, and, like, the mom was, like, causing problems for us and all this nonsense, and the sister caused problems, like, he didn't really stand up to them. Like, they would insult me, and they would say stuff about me, and they would, like, I wasn't working at the time, and I wasn't, like, all I would do is cook and occasionally do the dishes. And they would be mad, because if I cooked, I usually had him do the dishes, and since he was blind, they thought, oh, she's using him. Like, and so, he never stood up against them when they said that kind of stuff, really. Or, like, he didn't get us out of that situation.
Which is kind of pathetic, honestly.
Like, he didn't demand for the sister to leave. Or, like, that house, like, it was this whole thing. But when I told him I didn't feel safe with him, he felt sad, but, like, I don't think he was, like, I don't think he was thinking, oh, what can I do to fix this kind of deal. Like, I mean, unless he was, but he never showed me.
Yeah, I don't think he showed you at all. Hence why you felt the way you felt.
Yeah, like, there was no communication about what was going on. Because literally, the whole reason why I was so mad all the time that we lived with his sister was we had this whole thing going on that we wanted a house and the sister wanted a house too. Because renting is expensive. obviously.
Still is, very much so, yes.
So the mom was like, how about this? I'll buy a house and you two can live in it. And we're like, okay, I don't know about that. And she's like, after a few years, the sister will move out. It's like, okay, I can deal with that. We're gonna have a nice, big, beautiful house to ourselves, and all we have to do is have a roommate for a while. Okay, cool. And then the mom started fixing up that house, and she fell in love with the house. And so she was like, you know what? I'm moving in here. After she promised us that house. And then we're like, you can't do that. You can't promise us a house and then take it. Like, we were excited for this house too, and you took it away. And so then the mom was like, okay, how about this? You can live in the house in town, the old house.
Yeah,
but that
see why
house
not.
only has 3 rooms. And technically it's only 2 rooms
So
with
it's
like a closet and
like
an attic.
2 rooms as in 2 bedrooms?
2 bedrooms, yeah.
That's not bad though.
No, but listen, here's the thing.
How much was it?
No, just wait.
Yeah.
So
Have taken over this abandoned army.
I can see what the mom was thinking, because it was like, oh, well,
Why didn't they just pick a Navy?
I want them to live together, so I'm gonna have them live together, like the brother and the sister. So we were like, okay, well, yeah, we'll take the Shenandoah house. And she's like, but Angelica's living with you. And we're like, why would Angelica live with us? Like, the sister. Like, why would Angelica live with us if we're in a smaller house? Like, that, we're not gonna have room, we're not gonna be able to do stuff and all that. And like I can see what she was thinking now, looking back. She was just thinking about how, well, that was the initial plan to have us all living together. But when the house changed, the whole idea was that it should have just been Jamie and I at that place, not Jamie and I and her sister.
That's still really weird.
Like, looking back now, I kind of was, like, being a little greedy, because I was like, I want the house to myself. When we initially agreed that it was going to be us and the sisters, but when she changed the house...
It is a smaller house, though, like...
It's a smaller house, exactly. Like, she had a full-on, like, it had 2 rooms in the attic, and then there was 3 rooms in the house itself, plus a giant kitchen, a whole huge basement, like a whole fully, like, readied-out basement that walks into the backyard.
Yeah.
And then a huge living room that is, like, connected to the dining room. And she was gonna give that to us and the sister. And I'm like, okay, that's understandable. There's a lot of space here.
No backup coming anytime soon.
But yeah.
Which, that is a lot of space, but considering what she put you guys in, though,
no,
that
and
is nothing.
Then she put us in the other house that had a very small living room, a very small dining room, a very small kitchen, an attic, 2 rooms, and a walk-in closet room, like a storage room.
Jeez.
So we had to split the house up. We got the attic, and we got the master bedroom. And then the sister got the whole rest of the house. She didn't let us in the living room. She didn't want us watching the TV or sitting on the couch. She said, you guys have your own TV. Why are you watching TV down here? Because we had the attic as our living room. That's what they thought. Because I said I needed an office. Because I was going to have the cats come with us. And the cats never came with either. they were trapped at Mom's, and I had to go visit them every day.
Jesus Christ.
And we were like desperately trying to convince the mom to let us keep the cats, to have them. Like, he didn't take charge. He literally just let his mom try to run his life.
That's stupid as shit.
Yeah, like...
That's not even, like...
Like, I get that we needed the help and we needed the financial help, so that's why we depended on his mom. But he could have drawn a line and said, hey, I want control of my money. I want to be able to pay my own bills. Like, at that time, we were only receiving, like, $400. And we were paying bills, too. So we were left with about $200 at the end of the month.
That's fucked. That's literally, like, nothing.
What do you mean?
200 by the end of the month?
Yeah, and but the fucked up thing is, his whole amount was around 800, but she was taking like 400 of it. She was just taking it and using it for her bills and her, like, stuff to get purses and nails.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
You're literally stealing from a blind man. That's a little fucked up.
When he confronted her about it, first she lied and was like, no, I didn't do that, like, why would I take your money? And when we had physical proof, she was like, she still tried to lie, and then he's like, I know about the money, you can't keep lying, like, and then it was like, she was like, oh, well, you don't deserve this money, you don't need it, I need it, I pay the bills for you, like, and then he's like, I don't live with you, like, you can't be paying bills and when I don't live there. And then she was like, I buy you clothes and food, and it's like, that's the thing too, he had food stamps and she was using all of them. We thought he didn't have food stamps. Like, she lied and said it was hers. But she was only receiving food stamps because of him. Because she was also his, like...
Legal guardian.
No, designated person for SSI, they gave her free healthcare.
Fucking what?
Yeah, if you are like...
I don't know where I'm supposed to bring that.
If you're the person that is, like, taking care of a blind person or whatever, apparently SSI will, like... They'll give you, like, insurance and stuff, since you're taking care of that person.
Yeah, it's like you're doing some job.
Yeah, because you're doing a job. So they give you the benefits. But when we like told her like, oh, we know that you're doing this, like she was like, oh no, me, and we were like, we know it's you. And then we were like, we're taking you off the case. You're not going to be the person anymore. She's like, no, you can't do that to me. I'm going to lose my health care. You don't want to do that to me, do you?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Like, it was just that, always that kind of constant bullshit from her. Like, manipulating and stuff. And, like, after we got kicked out and I was living with my mom, with him in that tiny-ass back room, like...
Finally got it.
Like, I literally had so much resentment for her. There were multiple times where we would be playing Minecraft and I would get so mad and just say, like, God, I wish she'd fucking die, like...
Jeez, babe.
No, like, I seriously, like, was just so mad. I hated her so much. Like, she put me through so much shit. And then the fact that he didn't, like, do anything about it, really.
One more and they'll be out of charging stations.
But no, I was very, like...
Yeah, you sound like a very angry person.
I was a very angry person.
I got this, what the fuck?
I was very, very angry, like...
Oh, it's over there. I don't know where I'm supposed to take this one. I want to see a small border. Just gotta get into that one, obviously. But where's, like, the middle thing?
Like, bring it down.
Ah.
Like, are you able to get from that one to the other one?
That, two.
Now they can't
There.
use their drones. That should set them back a bit.
Noise.
But yeah, like, I was very angry a lot of the time because he just would never stand up to his mom or his sister. And then that put me in a situation where they basically hated my guts because I was the one that was like... I was the one that essentially brought the truth to him, saying, oh, well, your mom's cheating on me, and they're treating me like a baby, like all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, which then made you out to be the fucking bad guy.
That made me the bad guy because then their ruse wasn't working anymore. They couldn't steal money from him anymore. So they said I was stealing money from him. She used the excuse that she didn't want him spending all that money on me, so she took the money for herself.
The fuck? That's so fucked.
You are not needed.
And she thought that he was going to be irresponsible with the money as well.
What does it matter? It's his fucking money.
Exactly. Because he moved out when he was 16, I think. He moved in with me. Or I think he was 17.
You have us fighting over scraps. But I will take back what is ours. What is mine?
No, he was 16 when he moved in.
Sounds like a
Because it was 2019 he moved in. We got together in July, and he moved in December.
The hunters are gone and the drones are grounded. Pretty good at this.
But his mom just immediately started hating me. Like, once she knew it was something serious, like, she fucking hated my guts.
But that's so dumb.
And, like, when he would visit me, like, he'd visit me almost every day because we were, like, a block apart. And so he would never be home, and his mom would be like, why are you never home? And she'd start giving him, like, a really strict schedule and wouldn't let him come over. Like, at one point he wasn't allowed to come over for, like, a week or two, and I got so sick because, like, I was just so used to being around him that, like, I stopped eating. I, like, barely drank any water. Like, I was pale.
Christ.
But no, like she was a bitch. Major bitch.
Spider-Man! Rightio, what soul is this? Always wanted to fight in an invisible blanket fort? More of you! Who hit the reinforcement button?
I think that was yours, yeah. Where's it gone? Okay. Well, it has, man. I'm touching it.
Time is up, Spider-Man! Nice. I bet there's some juicy hunter gossip around here that I can find.
I would address it as leading with, so she said that he doesn't defend himself.
Alright, Drone.
I would
What's the
bring
hot
up that
goss?
I noticed X, Y, and Z, you didn't defend yourself. You know,
Well. Let's see what this base holds. Can't call for reinforcements if I cut the compass. So, you're a frequent flyer to the other blinds.
Have some worth. As your woman, it hurts me.
Gotta find that base.
And then from there,
Should keep searching the blinds.
it's really no time you can say I don't understand.
Also, like to add that if you are somebody that is not physically capable of defending yourself, because there are people out there who live their entire life that are in the base, that's fine. You don't have you're not getting a job. If you don't have training, you will never be that guy. I don't care how angry you think you're going to get, just defriend and wreck everyone. It doesn't work that way. The best way to avoid danger is to recognize the threat and get the hell out of Dodge. So, for me, even though I am capable of and I'm comfortable, I'm trying to stick around in a situation where there's things. I want to get you and the kids completely out of harm's way.
That's a lot of lines.
Less
That's
hunters?
the best way to keep you safe.
More traps?
So if he doesn't have the ability, or the physical capability, or any kind of training, he is that guy. His situational awareness needs to be out of 10 at all times to avoid. I think that's the only way that a conversation where he's not going to have to problem.
You know, I also thought about this, and reading it that,
You have to find a way to disable these lasers.
why hasn't the expectation
Gotta be a
of what
control
the
panel around here.
is? Why has that been brought up? Why has that been discussed?
That's a good question. I didn't think of that.
Right, I feel like that should be, you want me to do these things as your traditional wife. This is what I expect from you as my traditional husband. And bringing up being safe, I feel that's really good. Say, this is what you want from me as a traditional wife. Have him lay it out. And then you lay out your expectations. And if you say, you know, safety
I don't
is big to me,
understand.
I want to be safe with you as my husband. The things that will make you feel safe. And that gives it something more traditional.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's probably the best way. I'm going to skip the next line. No, actually, I'm not. I'm going to read the next one because it's only a couple sentences. She says, I think by traditional, he means I clean and cook, and he works, but he doesn't understand what it's like to have a traditional marriage with a traditional wife. I want to cook, clean, be a mother, be my husband's piece.
Oh, that's
I
right.
love that. Make our house a home. Sorry for the F-bomb. Make our house a home, but I don't see how I can do that with
Whoopsies!
that.
I wasn't careful enough. Maybe I should take a lesson in acrobatics before playing around traps again. More traps. That's using the old spider napkin. Sorry for the intrusion.
About paying for stuff, how will he be a provider? 3, doesn't know what he wants, how will he be?
Time to expand my knowledge.
Number 4 is not willing to
I can
sacrifice
inject the
anything for the
herbicide into their
relationship.
sprinkler
5
system.
is
I can probably knock out some
all
hunters.
we are all big
Still no
kids.
location for this.
Me and any
Time for
15
that last blind.
I fart on people, I crop dust piles, I make fart jokes constantly I'm in the bathroom.
Same, bro.
I'm trying to fart louder. Like, I am a giant child. So if you have a man that doesn't act like a teenager, he's like 0.5%. We're big children. I know men who are in their 60s and still throw food at each other. It's just the way we are. That is a normal thing for men to do. So,
that's great. That is the best analogy ever.
I got because that is the third step, in my opinion, what it's supposed to do. You can go to the order man, provide, preside, literally just if you have a traditional household and you're a woman is submitting to your job to make a decision in the event that you have somebody that says they want a traditional
Financial District Gardeners Association. Time to make them wet their plates.
Period. There's no way for that to happen. Even if you have a box in your check, the leadership ability is not there. You cannot have that leadership. You don't have that relationship. The trust isn't there. You're incapable of actually leading your family. And there's a lot of ways you can lead your family. It doesn't necessarily mean in life. It can be religiously. It can be. There's a lot that can come to that.
There we
How are you going to raise a child? How are you going to raise a son? Make him a man if you are failing at me? These are questions that you have. I really get a move on that. So I want you to have my number one spot. You have given me we talked about this already. What's up here today? The right to make decisions.
Yeah, that was really
Not very You have given me the authority to make decisions in our relationship. No matter what it is. If I woke up tomorrow morning and said we're moving to Tennessee, pack your bags, you'd be like, okay, we're moving to Tennessee. You would, yeah. I don't think you would be happy that I made that decision without talking to you. I as a man, would not make that decision without having a balance. That doesn't necessarily mean financial. If I pull you away from everything you know here and move you to another state, you're going to have things that are not there for you. Do not be deterred. We have to have a conversation before I make the decision to do that, right? But you trust me to leave. So in the event that I do anything and I fail, that will result in accountability and blame all solely on me. We have a traditional dynamic.
All this fighting has made me hungry for holograms.
Lazy, cannot defend you, cannot
You better feed my need for info.
lead your home. I think he has a weed addiction. I don't know why he
Here in the financial district. Well, with these hunters, it's definitely a bare mark. A random skyscraper? Interesting place. To have a base.
Laid out here. And I call them gold because to me those are things that I strongly disagree with. How can you trust the decision?
These hunters are about to
in that scenario.
find out that they can't plant on my soil.
It's just not possible.
Yeah, there's no beating around the bush and trying to figure out I do not trust your decision. Continue having
Okay. Now that we've read all of that, the very next sentence says, now here's my problem. The problem is what we just read. That's the problem, right? I want to help him. I state my problem because I know it is not my job to fix anyone but myself. I genuinely want to help him. I know he has some childhood.
Looks like you're going to work around. You like lunch?
Me without my headlamp.
The data from the blind says this is some kind of greenhouse.
Oh, the hunters have a hobby.
Oh, this is trippy.
Not that good.
Oh, this is so fucking trippy.
Remember, we can alter the sprinkler's source to an herbicide to wipe out what they're growing.
Good thing I have whatever the opposite of a green thumb is. Let's kill some plants.
Oh, there are so many.
I don't want them calling it back.
So I think that she's looking to try to make
That's the valve that'll add herbicide to the sprinklers. Sticky tongues incoming, hunters.
He's a very shy guy. Any friends, he has mentioned many times he doesn't like people. Doesn't really start the conversation unless someone else starts one first. He doesn't like attention, and it's not what he has told me about.
You really weeded out those hunters like weeds. Maybe you're better with plants than
that. He's absolutely extremely bored. They work a lot. His dad has never been emotionally present. Never really told him nice things when he accomplished something, but instead he was very quick to be harsh, and as soon as he messed up, his family was not very affectionate, and they were straight up affection. That entire paragraph, very strange relationship with my stepdad. Barely knew my father at all. The man that I am is because I saw him doing men shit that I wanted to be like. JJ, for example. That man killed himself driving trucks and making sure that he was home at dinner every night. For my mom, made sure that every night they had food. They would pray together and they would have dinner. I saw JJ as a man. I recognized this man is doing everything that a man is supposed to do, and I inspired him. JJ never gave me life lessons. He taught me how to drive a station. He never had like, this is the way a man is supposed to do things. You don't know the chair. I didn't get any of those lessons from him. I watched, and I knew that I would rather do that than
track the webs.
Everything that I've gone through on myself with trial and error, I have made a lot of mistakes. I have failed a ton. But I know I will never be this guy. I want to be this guy. And if that means I have to read 1 year to gain 5% better me, I'm reading those sort of books. Because in 5 years, I'm getting 25%.
We should increase the potency.
You can't do that. You can do the dirty work. Yes, really. And I hope that he sees that and goes, damn, she stepped her game up. If I want to keep this badass woman I got, I'm going to have to step my game up. This is right. Last time.
I gotta get down there, but it's not gonna be easy with that boy, y'all.
I'm genuinely, I'm torn on how to respond to it because she listed everything
that she was a problem.
That she was a problem.
And every single one of those things goes against traditional values.
Yes, so she wants traditional
I don't know how to get in there.
It's not that.
There are people already.
I can't tell you how to
No.
I can't give advice on
These plans and
how
nothing
to
but problems and boredom.
change his patterns of thinking. To lay all of this out to him, it's going to ask him to rewire his brain. That's a lot.
It's possible.
It is possible.
It is absolutely possible if he wants to be that person for her.
Right.
The communication has to happen. Okay, so if we were to give any type of advice on this entire scenario, the only thing that we can do is be communicating. Make sure that you are communicating in his language, so that he understands what you're laying down. Work on being the best version of yourself. These are the things that you want, and hope that he's willing to match that. Because otherwise, there's nothing you can do to be the most badass woman on the planet if he doesn't want to be that person. He's not going to happen.
Well, I stand by what I said.
I agree with you.
No. I mean, prior, I bring up the traditional value. From my understanding, this has been conversations. It wasn't just a one-time. This is what we're looking at. I don't think it was.
That was weird.
I'm not saying in depth, but it sounds like it's had a couple of conversations. Like maybe in passing or a couple of sentences. There really needs to be one sit down. You guys draw what you expect from each other in a relationship. And I think that's the best way to approach it.
But I have a question for you. Is what we have considered a traditional relationship?
I wouldn't say traditional, like,
no.
It's a bit different, isn't it?
No, because, like, I'm like this stay-at-home wife kind of deal.
Yeah. Like, I feel like in that manner, yeah.
Like how she said what traditional is, like opening up the doors, and like the woman staying at home, and like the man like protecting the woman and the family. Protect and attack.
He protect, he attack. But most importantly, he... How did I not get your fucking attention? Bro. Turn around. Dude, I seriously had to do that much. Fuck you. Cause you're singing like Maria. This wasn't a good idea, Maria.
Growing up, he didn't have that. You know, he grew up with his mom. His dad was working in back office. Wasn't really emotionally available. That's the most gentle approach, and really the only advice I can give, because from there it all depends on what he's willing to do. The only thing she can do is just bring it up.
I gotta give you little fuckers.
25 years old, there are not a lot of men who are mentally and emotionally strong enough to maintain a traditional value structure. Men are not men the way that they were. You know what I mean? The greatest generation were going to war at 17 and 18 years old. They were coming back fucked. They were just not right. And that made hard men. Hard men made soft times, made soft times, made soft men. You know, as Joe Rogan says, that's where we're at. We're in the time of soft men. When you have a world where everything is catered,
how are you considered dangerous?
In America, everything is catered to us. We get the newest everything all the time. Food in abundance, water in abundance. And we don't really want for much. I think that I read something.
Now there'll be no reinforcements.
Just do all of that 2 inches away from you.
10-15% more than third world countries do in an entire year. So an average lower wage job is $20,000. On average, most third world countries make between $1,000 and $2,000 a year.
Don't you all have something better to do?
So we are doing much better than the rest of the world in terms of our poverty levels.
We don't struggle like we used to. We struggled once.
Who knows when they'll get here?
I agree. I don't. You're going to find that in a 25-year-old man. I just don't. And I could be wrong. There could be some .com kid who made millions of dollars in crypto or something that can fully give you that life that you want, but it's only going to be superficial. You're not going to get the emotional maturity. You're not going to get the protection. You're just going to
this will be good for you, my boy.
Please.
And sit down. Someone speak to me.
Life lessons.
Oh.
Please come home.
You're fine.
There's still time for us to be family.
So
I will not die like any other.
She said that she has talked to him about his emotional unavailability, and I know that he has work
I don't trust
to be more emotionally present and open, at least with me. But I feel like after a couple months, he stops putting the effort to continue to work towards it. He works on something when I'm mad or disappointed. But with time, he stops working on whatever we working on. I feel like he functions by punishment because that's what he got used to when he was a kid.
Sounds like he's still in the mindset of a kid.
Mommy issues. So, why would you ever want to be emotionally invested in a man who only responds to you when in trouble?
Right.
That doesn't sound like an appealing life.
It sounds like I have another child.
Right. So everybody now that we've read this email and kind of broke this down the way that we did, if you send us an email, you may not get what you want from us.
Right.
I need to be clear. I'm not going to sugarcoat things. I'm not going to give you false perspectives. If I see a situation the way I see a situation, you're getting honesty from me. I'm sorry if that doesn't work out to what you were hoping for, but there's nothing here that I can give this woman that's going to make her life better other than I don't think this is going to work. Because truthfully, I don't. But if you believe he's capable of change, you need to write down what you expect so the expectations are listed like you said. You need to have a very long conversation of what you believe a traditional marriage looks like. You need to have access to finances to make sure that you can dictate in the event that he fails. And you need to find a way to make sure that he is a capable leader and is capable of leading your family. That is going to take a lot of time. And in the event that you marry this man in a year, and it takes 5 years to figure out whether or not he's going to actually do this or be capable of this, what happens if you want this and it fails?
I have 3 of them that are big boys.
You got them on TikTok shop. Nice.
Just need more hero tokens.
It's a lot.
It is a lot. If this were me in a scenario, it's been 2 years and 7 months. I have come to this conclusion. If I have an in-depth conversation of expectations going forward out of a traditional relationship, if that doesn't change within like a month or 2 and I don't start to see like a progress, even a 5% change, I would move on. This person has already shown me that their actions and their words are 2 different things. And you can even pick one thing, and in 2 months, if there's not a 5% difference, I'd be like, okay, so it's been a while. I've noticed no change. At this point, is this something that you truly want with me? I'm not about wasting time. I've wasted a lot of time in my life. And it hurts my heart a little bit, like, hearing that. Because one of 2 things is going to happen. She's going to